Once you've got that, like, you feel so confident in the content that you're creating because you know it's going to be content that your audience will be interested in. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your very first time. It's your girl Martina Gordeen, and today we are going to be talking all things buyer personas, character profiles, target audiences, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be talking about it today. I think this is really important to speak about because most of the time when I'm speaking to clients, they just kind of say like, yeah, I want to speak to like girls between the age of 18 to 24-year-old, and it might be a bonus if they know what race they are, but I feel like we don't really go any deeper than that, and that's where the problem kind of lays. Like, we don't go deep enough. We need to go deeper. I'm just going to read you a part of the character profile that I built for my agency or my platform ages ago, and this isn't really built on anyone in particular, but it's just based on a bunch of things that I was kind of seeing reoccurring and the type of people that I wanted to speak to. So Joseph is a 21-year-old media enthusiast who's about to graduate from the University of the Arts London. His love for the media industry grew while studying at UAL and has left him feeling unsure about what sector of the industry he would like to go into. He has a variety of skills such as image manipulation, video editing and copywriting, and he needs help choosing what career path will allow him to show off his new skills. You know where he's from, his background, you know what he wants to do. He is also the oldest of 4 other siblings. He's been raised by his working class mom in a single parent household. His parents separated at the age of 13, and he's been determined to make a name for himself regardless of the hardships of his life. I feel like we underestimate how important this kind of information is. So instead of me actually going through more of this, I'm just going to give you a bunch of questions to ask yourself when you're actually coming to build your character profiles, your buyer personas, all of that kind of stuff. There are 3 categories that I'm going to mention. There are probably more that you can actually look into, but the 3 categories are your demographics, your psychographics, and your socioeconomics. So when we're thinking demographics, we're thinking about how old they are, what is their gender, where do they live, what is their ethnic background. These are all things that can kind of play a part. I feel like we always get the how old they are or like what their gender is, but where do they live and what their ethnic background gets missed sometimes. There are certain things that you may be more inclined to do based on where you live. So there might be some people that are more inclined to roller skate because they live next to like parks or next to like roller skating rinks. And then when we're going to socioeconomics, we're talking about like what is their average household income, what is their education level, where do they work, what is their family household like. Because you could have somebody that makes a lot of money but their family household relies on them, so like they don't necessarily have the most amount of money to spare when it comes to like buying gifts or investing in themselves or buying products. So it's just kind of important to know like what you're actually working with. And then psychographics are like, what are their hobbies and their fears. Let's actually speak to people's interests, you know, like, hey, this product or this service is perfect for you because I know that you're a lover of da-da. Or maybe it's like, for example, I've been reading a book called 10X by Grant Cardone, and he kind of speaks to people's fears of not being successful. So the book basically goes on to telling you all of the things that you should do if you're trying to become successful and all of the reasons as to why you haven't been successful. And that's for a very particular person. He says in the book that there are 4 types of people: the people that don't do anything, the people that retreat, the people that do like the normal amount of action, and people that do essentially the most. And the people that are more likely to get the book are the people that are doing the normal amount of action, because what they will do is they'll actually go into the bookshop and they'll buy it, and then it might take them a while to read the book. However, when they finally read the book, they will hopefully have something shift in their mindset. Me being one of the people that technically didn't actually have to go and get the book, it was given to me, but you know, we read the book and we had something shift in our mindset. He knows exactly who he's speaking to, and because of that, when you read the book, you're just like, rah, you didn't have to read me like that, do you know what I mean? But sometimes you actually have to read your audience like that so they can actually do the thing that is that you want them to do. Does that make sense? It feels a bit like inner, but you have to be that person. I'm just gonna go and get some actual technical definitions of what these things are. So demographic means these are statistics that describe populations and their characteristics. Demographic analysis is the study of a population based on factors such as age, race and sex. That's literally all that is. And then when you have psychographics, the meaning of psychographics is defined as market research or statistics. Market research or statistics classifying population groups according to psychological variables. So this is talking like personality, values, attitudes, interests, lifestyles. Do they smoke? Do they go to the gym? Do they have a social life? All of those questions, because, you know, like I was giving with the Grant Cardone example, if you know exactly who your audience is, like you can literally read them for filth all the time. Why wouldn't you want that? Socioeconomics are like, it's basically about their money in society, I guess, but let's actually just get like a proper definition. So socioeconomic factors are basically anything concerned with the interaction of social and economics. That's basically it. It's like how much money do they have and what are the societal factors that impact the way that they may spend it. So being the eldest of 4 siblings, well, the eldest of 5 siblings technically in Joseph's case, means that he may have to help his mum out in the house, especially given that it's a single parent household. So maybe it's about positioning your product as something or your service as something that can alleviate his stresses. If there's one thing that I'm really trying to get you guys to do this year is to have a really good understanding about the people that you're trying to speak to, because if you've seen the topical strip, the reason why people are talking about the topical strip is because they really understand their audience, from the influencers that they picked to the places that they went to whilst they were in Ghana and the way that they documented it. They literally touched on all of the pain points of their audience, but also like their interests. Everybody had like the fear of missing out because December, it's a thing. So it's not only like you've taken influencers to Ghana, you've taken them to Ghana during Dirty December. I should be there. Why am I not there? Now all of a sudden everyone is buying topicals because they want to be as close to the Ghana strip as they possibly can. Wouldn't you want that for yourself? You just need to really understand your audience. Like that's like, let that be the moral of the story. The topical strip is literally a big signifier of like a brand and knowing exactly who they're speaking to and speaking directly to them, not doing anything half-heartedly because they know that with their chest that these are the things that their audience will be interested in. And like once you've got that, like you feel so confident in the content that you're creating because you know it's going to be content that your audience will be interested in. You can't second guess anything if you've done the research. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I shall see you in my next video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.